Hello and welcome to Gyan Gatha. The Shaligram is the most sacred stone worshipped by the Vaishnavas and is used to worship Vishnu. According to Shastra, we worship Sri Shaligram for 6 values of life: righteous living, wealth, protection, good health, pleasures, and spiritual blessing. Today, I am going to enlighten you about this revered stone. So let's begin. In Sanatan Dharma, we believe that God does not reside in any sculpture resembling a deity. Before we start worship, we request God to enter the sculpture and remain present during the duration of the puja. This is called Avahan, which is followed by Pran Pratishtha, by which we believe that the concerned deity has entered the sculpture, which now becomes a murti and is residing in our house or temple. After the puja is over, we do Visarjan, wherein we request God to leave the murti and go back to his heavenly abode. This is particularly true for worship of deities at home and not those in public temples where daily puja and concerned rituals are followed regularly. However, Shaligram is a special stone in which Bhagwan Vishnu is always present. According to scientists, Shaligrams are fossils of ammonite, an invertebrate which lived in the Tethys Sea that existed between India and the Asian mainland. As India moved northwards some 9,000 kilometers in 250 million years, the Himalayas were formed. A number of rivers formed and flowed down from the Himalayas into the Gangetic plain. The Shaligram was found in plenty in the Gandaki river, which is in present-day Nepal. The marks made by the shell of an ammonite give a Shaligram its characteristic appearance. The pattern resembles the Sudarshan Chakra, which rests on the finger of Bhagwan Vishnu. Here is the interesting story about Shaligram. It was due to a curse that Lord Vishnu turned into a stone. A curse so powerful that even the most powerful god, one among the Trinity, could not do anything but accept it. Lord Vishnu received this curse from one of his most loyal devotees, Vrinda. There was once a demon king named Jalandhar. He was born out of the flames which emanated from Lord Shiva's third eye. That is why he was an extremely powerful warrior. He was married to the demon princess named Vrinda. Vrinda loved Jalandhar very dearly and was a devoted wife. Her devotion, loyalty and chastity made Jalandhar invincible, too powerful to be defeated. Jalandhar was against the demigods and chased them out of the heaven. He established his own kingdom. The demigods went praying to Lord Vishnu and Shiva for help. Shiva knew that he could not defeat Jalandhar because he was a part of Shiva himself. Yet, Lord Shiva went on to fight with Jalandhar. The battle continued for 4 years, but Lord Shiva could not defeat Jalandhar because of the protection which was provided by Vrinda's chastity and devotion for her husband. In spite of being the demon princess and wife of the demon king, Vrinda worshipped Lord Vishnu. She was a dedicated and staunch devotee of Lord Vishnu and prayed to him with all her faith. When the demigods saw that even Lord Shiva could not defeat Jalandhar, they turned to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu could not do anything other than playing a trick to harm Vrinda's chastity. He disguised himself as Jalandhar and stood in front of Vrinda. Vrinda could not recognize Lord Vishnu and thought Jalandhar had returned. She ran into his arms and soon realized that it was not Jalandhar. Her chastity was harmed and the protection of Jalandhar was destroyed. As a result, Lord Shiva killed Jalandhar in no time. Realizing her mistake, Vrinda asked Lord Vishnu to show his real form. She was shattered to see that she was tricked by her own lord. Seeing Lord Vishnu disguising as Jalandhar and tricking her to break her chastity, Vrinda cursed Lord Vishnu. She gave the curse that Lord Vishnu would turn into a stone. Lord Vishnu accepted the curse and he turned into the Shaligram stone. Vrinda was also heartbroken and decided to end her life. Lord Vishnu accepted the curse as he felt guilty of betraying his greatest devotee. So he gave Vrinda a boon that from her ashes the plant of Tulsi would be born and the plant would get married to the Shaligram stone. This way, her chastity would not be harmed and she would stay with Lord Vishnu forever. Vishnu also said that he would never accept food without Tulsi, and therefore Vishnu's prasadam is always offered with a leaf of Tulsi in it. In the Brahma Puran, Prabhu Narayan says, O Brahma, I eternally reside in the form of Shaligram Shila. The Padma Puran mentions that gifting a Shaligram Shila is the best form of charity, equivalent to the effect of donating the entire earth together, along with its forests, mountains, and everything. Bhagwan Shiv says in Skanda Puran that if a devotee does not worship Shaligram, Mahadev does not take his obeisance. As per Skanda Puran, there can never be a price put on any Shaligram, as there is not enough gold, jewels, or any other precious thing on earth that can match the cost of even one Shaligram. It is believed that a person who does snan of Shaligram with chakra every day gets rid of all sin like Brahma Hatya. And if he drinks such water daily, gets the equal boon of 1,000 havan or fire sacrifices of Lord Vishnu. Shaligrams are not supposed to be purchased or sold. They are prized possessions of a Hindu family and are handed over from generation to generation. Since the Shaligram is the dwelling place of Bhagwan Vishnu, anyone who has it in their house must perform its puja daily. One shouldn't touch the Shaligram without taking a bath, shouldn't keep it on the floor, and should consume only sattvic food. One must not use akshat or broken rice in the puja of Shaligram. While bathing the Shaligram Shila, do not use thumbs. Never do Avahan and Visarjan on the Shaligram Shila. Daily puja of Shaligram is a must as it is the dwelling place of Lord Vishnu. The Shivling Shaligram is one of the most distinctive Shaligrams and typically appears as a round, smooth Shila containing a central conical spiral. Shivling Shaligram is the symbol of auspiciousness. The worshipper of this Shaligram gains health and peace. Shaligram Shila is married to Tulsi Mata on the day of Shukla Paksh Ekadashi of Kartik month, also known as Prabodhini Ekadashi. Tulsi Vivah is believed to bring happiness and prosperity. That's all for today's part. For more such interesting information, stay connected with us on Gyan Gatha. Namaskar.